Hello everyone, I am back today with another video. This is going to be a tournament game. It's going to be the third round of the North American Stratego Federation tournament for 2023. And this game is going to be against Sorrow, also known as FKS, and a host of other names. I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with him. I have no idea how this game is going to go. I've went ahead and opted for a setup that I built just for this game, kind of just now. The majors are buried, and I'm hoping that's kind of tricky. I have come to realize that when playing against him, you don't really want majors up near the front. You want to trade off the captains and then have the lieutenants as backup. Or at least that's what I'm thinking. I know you want to trade off the captains, and I'm hoping the lieutenants plus the colonels will be good enough. So I'm going to hang out with my majors. Hopefully these back row majors are kind of unexpected. I have this third one here just to give some strength to the left side. And I originally had the marshal over here, but I don't know, I just felt better with it over here, and I got that bomb here to add some unpredictability. So we're just gonna hit ready, get right into it, and see what happens. I have absolutely no idea what to expect, as many of you might know. He is a very, volatile player. You never know what he's gonna do. He might play like a god, or he might, he might just lotto, like, my entire first two rows with his marshal or general, which would not really be a good thing, probably. So, you never know. I'm going to hit that. Oh, it's a scout. That's not good. I want to trade. Oh, he's coming out with a major. Okay. I did not expect that. He usually does not open with majors. I'm going to give that a scout right there. Lieutenant. Okay. Interesting. So, I didn't expect him to come out with a major, but he might have expected me to start trading captains. And perhaps that's what prompted him to come out here with a major. So, I guess we will just consider that as something unexpected he's added here. Hopefully that's not the case for his other two flanks, because I'll probably be in some trouble if that really is the case, in fact. So, I'm going to go ahead and pull over this captain to guard the scout against the lieutenant here. And I'm going to move up with that lieutenant as well, just to add some strength. So he's just going to straight up take, and I'll take that with my captain. I'm fine with that. I really don't mind that too much. And if he wants to come in, okay, this is probably going to be a captain, if I had to guess. It might not be, but I feel like it might. So I need to come in here with my colonel. I need to be able to defend. But I'm not going to move the colonel over yet. I'm going to wait until he perhaps threatens me, and I might be forced to do it after that. So we've got major here. I don't know anything else. Let me advance with the scout here, see if I can find any info. If there's another major lurking in one of these flanks, I definitely want to know about it, because I don't want to go two captains down. They do say against Sorrow that whoever can sacrifice his captains quicker is the man better off, but I don't know how true that'll be for today. Captain. Okay, let's do that. I don't really care if yeah, that's fine. The goal is really to trade them off, because the way that Sorrow usually drives his gameplay is that he uses the captains to find information and then ideally delivers a pretty punishing attack based on the majors and the colonels that he finds. So if I can take that away from him, I think it suits my bluff style a little bit better, because I'm not giving away a bunch of information. Even if I have to sacrifice a scout to do that, I think that's worth it. I'm going to move down on that scout, just because I think this could be something good, but I don't think either of these two are anything worth noting. So I'm down a captain and up a lieutenant. And he's going to move back with that piece. Okay, interesting. So, let's see. I keep telling myself, okay, I'm going to come up with this scout like I did over here, but I am down a couple scouts, so I don't really want to just use them straight away. I'm going to move up with lieutenant there, and then maybe follow up with major. Or I might want to follow up with colonel, depending on what he does, because he will sometimes bring out colonels. Major, that wasn't really all that expected, but colonels, he can definitely be aggressive with those as well. Okay, I'm going to retreat on that, because I'm just a little bit scared about another captain, and also the potential for a captain-colonel combination. So I want to be able to guard this with my colonel if I really need to. I'm going to hold off on scouting anything for now. I'm really just, honestly not sure what to do. You know what? I lied. I'm going to scout this captain. Okay. I would kind of laugh if this was the third captain, but I'm going to do that. I expect him to retreat, probably. And then do I hit this? Do I think he's got all 3 captains on one side here? No, okay, just a scout. I didn't think he was going to have 3 captains on one side here. Now my major is a bit exposed, so that's not, like, amazing. So I probably, well, I'm going to swing it around like that, but okay, I see. I see what we're doing here. Okay, so this major unprepared is probably going to get scouted soon. It's pretty apparent what it is, probably. So, okay, he's just going to, like, sack the captain, quote-unquote, and we're going to have equal information, and we're both going to have a major. Oh, and he's going to scout that major. Are you kidding me? Why would you not, like, put the scout here? And, like, why would that be a good piece? Like, probably that's a minor, like... Oh, that's terrible. Why would he do that? This doesn't make any sense. Oh boy. Okay, this is gonna be rough. We're just, I don't know what's gonna happen now. He's probably gonna come down with some piece and start blitzing me, and I'm gonna be, this is gonna be all out of sorts. I don't know why he would scout that major. Why would you not try to scout this scout instead? Yeah, of course. Okay. I mean, you can do that. I don't really care. I'm just trying to bring pieces out right now. I have no idea what that is. It's probably a colonel, if I'm being honest. He's probably gonna scout it. Like trade scouts. I mean, that could be garbage as well, I guess. I cannot believe he scouted that major. That's terrible. What is he doing? What type of move is that? Like, what, like, what does that even do? Oh, okay. Here we go. The onslaught is coming. Okay. That's probably a captain, if I had to guess. I think that's a captain. So I could move my captain over. He might take scout. I would be okay with trading in that situation as long as he doesn't scout my general, which he might, because he's kind of crazy sometimes, so I don't really know. Okay. I'm going to move that over. I'm going to get this scout over on the left. I need to be able to test pieces that might be coming down here. Alright, I'm thinking this is a captain. Okay. I don't like this situation on the left. That major, I mean, he can't really get to it right now, but it's very vulnerable. So too this major, and I mean, I have a spy, I have a colonel, but I don't know. The one benefit is that he might, having found these majors, he might think that I have an extremely, maybe marshal and spy, maybe general spy combo. So that might help me out there. But I'm going to move this scout toward the center. Okay, we're going to trade captains. I'm going to move back. Because if he's got that major, then I ain't got no idea what he's going to do with that marshal. And I'm going to move this lieutenant up and over to guard that scout. Okay, I'm not unhappy with that. That's pretty good, and I've not yet seen a captain in the center. All I know is this major. So let me do that. I'd like to trade off what I assume could be this last captain here. I'm going to bring this minor up. The problem with just attacking that is I don't actually know if that's a captain or not. Are you serious? What in the world? What, sergeant? He's going to hit that colonel. Or he's going to scout the marshal. Oh! Wow. Okay. That's pretty lucky. I will take that. I will definitely take that. I don't think that could have gone better. I'm going to put that right there. If he wants to come down with the major or maybe trade that, I don't think he's going to have his last captain there. I'm going to move back on that minor, actually. I don't want that to be a lieutenant that he takes the minor with. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, are you kidding me? What in the world? Okay. It was a trade, and he just got a free miner. I'm going to take that. Okay, it's a trade, as I suspected. Okay. This could be a good piece, like Marshall, honestly. He would do something like bringing the Marshal out. I'm actually okay to reveal this general for this lieutenant now. Because I feel like it's... Oh, it's not obvious? I thought it was obvious. Okay. He might hit bomb, he might trade. I don't really care either way. Okay, he'll hit bomb. Okay. So I'm up a lieutenant. He did find that bomb, which is not like fantastic amazing. But it's better than nothing, I guess. And it adds some intrigue to the setup where it's not like super basic anymore. So like, I think he has to respect that I might do something crazy in general. I feel like this could very well be the Marshal right here, honestly. Like, I would not actually doubt that, and I would not move my general next to that piece. We've traded off all the captains. I'm happy with that. I don't like that he got the miner with his lieutenant. I'm going to move that lieutenant up as a waiting move in the meantime. I'm actually going to threaten that as well, see what he does. Marshal, as I suspected. Okay. Well, what am I going to do now? I'm up a sergeant, down a minor. I have to worry about my center, unfortunately, though, that flag. This general, I still feel it could be like an obvious something in the range of colonel or general. He's probably just going to scout it, but I figure I had better just blitz while I can. Scout, yeah, whatever. I think I need to actually divert pressure away from my center, because when he has a revealed marshal like that, perhaps it wasn't actually wise to go after it with the lieutenant. I didn't really think he'd hit. I think that lieutenant was kind of a trash piece. Maybe he thought major, something that was threatening his lieutenant, and he figured that was worth it. But I think I need to divert pressure away from the center, because if I just make waiting moves or just shuffle around or just screw around and send lieutenants and stuff down to get to garbage pieces, he's going to put pressure on the center and he's going to come down with the minor, and he usually does that. I've experienced that in games before with him. So I'm going to, as I'm doing now, attack with this general. Interesting. I don't know if that's moved. I'm just going to like assert my general here. Let's just do that and see what he does. If he like moves down, that kind of tells me that's a bomb. He might just keep it there. He might move this over if it's moving. Well, any one of those things. Okay, I'm going to move down, and I'm actually going to scout this. I feel like it could be a colonel. Colonel, yes indeed. Okay, I expect him to attack that lieutenant. So I need to be ready for the general to maybe come down this side. Okay, I'll take that. That's good. I'm down a lieutenant, but again, this could be the general here. And actually, if it's the general, I just forgot, this this major is moved as well, which is disastrous news. That might be the gen. It might be a colonel, which would be better. Okay, it's the gen. That's... I mean, I got a colonel, and I'm gonna lose probably both majors, because he's probably gonna have his other colonel be able to come down here. Maybe not. Maybe he has both colonels here, which would be such a blessing. Really, really hard to say, honestly. I need to get my marshal if I can and cut his off before he comes down, which he might do. And he might get that colonel back, and he's going to have a better advantage because that major's always trapped, and he always can get that with his general. And this major's kind of stranded here with any potential for his colonel to come down. That's a bit unfortunate, that is his general. I was hoping he would come down with a colonel, and I might be able to trade that instead. Okay, interesting. He's going to opt against trapping this piece. And what is he doing now? Okay, I'm not gonna advance that at all. Okay, he's gonna go for the known major, which is fine, I suppose. Okay, I'm gonna come with this marshal in the center here. Okay, if that's his colonel, that's sad, but like too bad because it was gonna die anyway because this gen was gonna take it. So let's do that, and he's probably about to get this major. So I think it's gonna be a 2 major for 1 colonel trade, which is, well, it sets up a really interesting game. Oh, okay. Right, I see. Okay. I'll take this. I think it's a minor, and I don't want him to discover my spy. I'll give him that. Okay, scout. That's not amazing, but I guess I'll give him that lieutenant. That does make me down 2 lieutenants, but I didn't feel I was able to lose the spy there. Okay, let's see. I just gotta think about what I want to do with this major, because if I advance it, what am I going to do with it? Nothing. Like, I can lotto. I think, based on the fact that he hasn't tried to trap the major, I don't think his colonel's on that side, but it still might be. He might just still be scared of the marshal. So, I think this is basically fine. This colonel's also unknown, which is an advantage, because this colonel's also unknown. They're both unknown, but I think it's kind of obvious because I'm saving this piece and kind of like abandoning the major. So I think that's an obvious colonel. This, on the other hand, I don't think so. I don't think that's too obvious. I think that almost could be viewed as a bomb. So that could be helpful later in the game, potentially. That said, I'm out of lieutenants altogether, which is not fantastic news. Okay, I don't really mind this too much. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go there, I guess. Okay. He's going to release his, see, if I go up, he can move over, and then I'm not going to want to risk my marshal against any potential spy or anything, so. And I'm out of scouts. Of course I am. I can never actually save scouts. I'm not too good at doing that. I expect him probably to come up with lieutenants. I think that's a logical move. He's probably going to want to maybe even try to lotto, because he already knows a bomb. He might try to lotto with lieutenants, so that wouldn't even really be a bad play. He's got 2 scouts left, which isn't a ton, but it's 2 more than I have, and that's not great. Okay. Not sure what he's doing here. Okay. That'd be so sad if that was a minor and it just like tested my kernel because it thought it was a bomb or something. But, okay. I'm going to retreat towards the center here, but only so much. We're going to go like there, I guess. Okay, and I'm going to come back with the kernel and attack this. Right, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to move the marshal up, and I think that keeps me safe for a little bit. I don't think it's a spy, but he knows I don't have any scouts left, so honestly, it might be the spy. And I can't be risking that, so. Okay, I don't really know what to do here. Because I can't really progress the game in any way. That could be a kernel. Probably not, but I mean, it could be. Any one of these pieces over here might be a kernel. We did have a kernel come from here, so another one coming from here wouldn't be the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I don't really know what to do about like that, because I don't want to trade kernels, because I think this has big value in being an unmoved kernel that's just sitting there. I think that's good. But I don't really know what to do. I really don't. There's a potential that he might try to trap my major in bringing down his marshal. Okay. Yeah. I might need to reveal my kernel here, because if he comes down with this major and kind of like starts to threaten my major, he can come down, force a marshal trade, and then kind of trap my major. And I don't have a counterattack with my gen. He's been bringing the pieces over here. I'm going to take. Oh, scout. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's too bad. Okay. So what I can do now is I can attack on the right, bring up a sergeant as like to test pieces, maybe the minor behind it. That's really too bad. That was just a scout. I was at least hoping it would be a trade or maybe a lieutenant if it wasn't a colonel. I can't risk letting a piece in from the right side, I don't think. That's really too bad. It was a stupid sergeant. Alright. I don't really mind doing this. I can fall back. My marshal is here. He might think this could be my flag, this complex over here too. This is Jen. I think that'd be pretty silly to lotto anything, especially a spy right there. Especially when I took a piece that could very well have been a minor with my lieutenant. Okay. Let's come up with the colonel. Okay, I'll just set that right there. Are these really all the move pieces he's moved? I feel like he's moved so much more. But, in fact, he just revealed that all these potential, like, could be bombs are just not even bombs. Alright, I'm gonna move this colonel up, and that has twofold, like reason behind it. In case somehow he trades marshals and his general tries to wreak havoc here, he can't really do that. And also, because, he can't trap my pieces, because I can just shuffle the major along here, because my colonel's way up there. And of course I would let the sergeant that I'm currently moving die. I don't have a problem doing that. He's probably about to lotto this with a lieutenant. I don't really... whatever. If he does that, that's sad. Wow! Major! He lottos that with a major! Wow, that's... Okay. Needless to say, I did not expect to risk a major on that is incredible. Okay, well, I mean, my piece is gone there, and he's probably going to begin attacking my flag, which is sad. Hopefully he thinks it's over here, but he's got like some leverage here, so why would he not use it? I shouldn't have let his general in that much, I don't think. I think I should have kept my marshal here. I was too worried about bringing my colonel over, like to block what could be this piece, and then also bringing my colonel when I could have moved it back over. I can't believe he hit that with a major, though. That's incredible. I mean, that could very well have been a bomb, and you don't want to lose that major if you're him. That'd be very bad for business. Okay. Well, I would say at this point, I'm definitely not winning, because I'm basically down 3 pieces, and I'm up 1, and I also just lost my spy. He knows both my colonels at this point, I'm pretty sure. Like, one of them's technically unknown, which is this one, but I think it's really obvious what it is by now. So I'd say I'm not in, like, I'm definitely losing in this game. I'm not in great shape. I think I did let him have a little bit too much leeway on this side, especially because he's got 2 lieutenants left, and I can kill every moving piece I have except for these majors. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this as promised. Okay, he's going to take that sergeant. Lieutenant, whatever. I'll lose 2 sergeants and gain a lieutenant, I guess. It's kind of a whatever trade for me. Next plan is probably to come up with a minor and just hit this because, like, why not? Wonder if he's going to try to stop me from taking this with this marshal. That would free up my general, which could be potentially bad for him, but, like, probably, like, still not all that bad. Because he's still got a spy and he can ward me off with a lot of different things, and then his marshal would kind of be back in time. Okay, so he's going to take that sergeant, which is, you know, not too surprising. Like, you know, good. I get it. Like, that's fine. I mean, whatever. Problem is, like, 2 of my bombs are really obvious, and I don't know how you, like, designate that to be an obvious bomb, but he kind of just did, which is, like, well played, I guess. There's definitely an argument to be made that me progressing the game right now is stupid. Wow. Okay. He just feels like absolutely no need to preserve his pieces, I guess. What if I go there? What do you do? Huh. Well, he's about to lotto that minor, and he's about to just, like, attack my flag with, like, this is terrible. Like, I'm about to just entirely lose the whole game right now. Like, that's unbelievable, because this is a minor, and he's just going to go straight for my flag. Okay, well, Too bad I didn't actually put my flag where one would think it would be, which would be near the marshal behind the lake. It's quite a shame. Alright, well, maybe that's not a minor yet, but... Oh, now it's going to act like one. Okay. Okay, I have to stop this, I guess. Yeah, it's literally a minor, and I have, like, I just can't even stop that. Alright, let's do that. Kind of, like, seize the, at least control this lane, because I kind of have to. I mean, my flag is, like, so obvious now anyway. Especially because I just, like, you know, gave up the entire game just to take the minor. Okay, so I can attack, well, nah. Basically I have 3 different pieces I'm about to lotto with, which is going to be the colonel, the general, and the marshal. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking about right now. Okay, let's do that. Oh wow, not even a bomb. Okay, that's fantastic. So he's going to move back, and I'm going to be forced to lotto, like, go over with the gen to lotto. Okay, or not, because he doesn't even care. He's probably got a bombed in flag, like, right here, and it doesn't even matter. Alright, I'm going to go up with this marshal, while he's not cutting me off yet. I mean, the spy is probably just sitting here, which, you know, whatever, but... Okay. Oh, I'm going to be able to trade majors, apparently. So glad I'm able to do that. He can just come around and trap this colonel, though. That's the thing. Oh, maybe that's another minor, though, too. Oh, wait, that could be his other colonel as well. So we don't want to let that happen. This is probably another minor or something like that. Because otherwise, why would you advance with the... Maybe it's the spy, I don't really know. Or plot twist, this is actually the minor and not even the colonel. He's about to just win the game. Yeah, sure, I don't know. Okay, well, here comes the lotto part. Alright, we just gotta figure out where we won the lotto at this point. That's the only thing left to do in this game. I have discovered no bombs up to this point, which is not so helpful, unfortunately. I gotta think of where his pieces came from. His marshal was somewhere in the center, and he brought it down, and I hit it with a lieutenant. And his general came from here. So... Huh. Let's come over here and let's hit this, because he normally likes to do bombs here. So let's just, like, I don't know, attack this or something. I don't really know. Okay. Here comes a minor, maybe? Okay. Okay, well now that he's sort of given me time, I'm going to go ahead and hit this. Sergeant, wow, that's amazing. Okay. Okay, I'm going to come up with the marshal. Definitely about to walk into the spy with this marshal, but I'm just going to advance it so that I can hopefully try to ensure that I can lotto as many pieces as possible. Okay. Why would he be bringing this general around? I think it's obvious I'm not going to get anything over here. I don't think I'm going to get anything over here. The one thing he did, he, like, let my general move this way, and then he, like, forgot it even existed, and he forgot he needed to even defend this side. So that's not great news. starting to think this was the piece maybe I needed to hit, because he blocked my general off there before, and then also now. But since this is probably the spy, I can't do anything about that. Okay, let's do that colonel. I don't think I can do anything useful with it. So let's come here, if he takes with spy, that's whatever. I think it's this piece. Okay, I'm gonna hit that. Lieutenant, alright, wonderful. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit this, which is definitely a bomb. Yeah, okay. He's probably got a sealed flag, but I think if it's open anywhere, it's probably here. And, like, maybe I could have accessed it there. But, okay. Well, let's see about this game. That's going to be his colonel here. And that's his spy. If my flag wasn't so painfully obvious, I mean, well, technically I'm still down just 4 pieces straight up, but yeah, I was kind of down that earlier, except that I was up a colonel, but it didn't do me any good. Let's attack here, maybe? Bomb? Okay, that's nice. This is another bomb, I'll just hit it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it, and that's definitely his colonel. Why don't I just hit it just to see? Yeah, colonel. Okay. Got it. Well, that's gonna do it for the game. He definitely is gonna have the win here. Pretty dominant win, after all, when you look at the leaderboard. I mean, or not leaderboard, the graveyard. Could have, like, traded things, but then I just, like, definitely lose. But he definitely outplayed me in this one. I ceded too much ground here on the left, and perhaps I overestimated, or maybe I underestimated how obvious it was. At least my flag seemed very obvious to him, because he just came in here, wrecked everything with a major, stopped the moment he sensed a bomb, and then just came down with the minor to win. And I had to stop the minor, and he was able to kill everything else when I had to stop the minor with my marshal. So no, I don't think I played well at all, but he did, I think. But he's definitely the dominant player here. So that'll put me at 1 and 2, like 1 win, 2 losses in the tournament, which is not a great result. I can't really be, like, disappointed about this in particular, because there wasn't really anything I could do to avoid this, except that I kind of ceded ground. But I don't think that was a terrible move, because I didn't know that he was just gonna. I had no way of knowing that he just knew exactly where my flag and all my bombs were. Basically, I didn't really have a way of knowing that. And I don't think I would have really changed much, like, playing it again with what I knew at the time. So, but he definitely earned that win. He played a lot better, and he was able to read my setup very well. So props to him on that, and I will see you all in the next video.